I'm Richard Clarke. I record these talks every day as a way to deepen my inquiry. Listen each day and deepen your own practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 523. A pilgrim special train brought several visitors from Bengal. One of them said that he had read Mr. Paul Brunton's book, and since then he was anxious to see Sri Bhagavan. He also asked, "How shall I overcome my passions?" Maharshi, find their root, and then it will be easy. Later, what are the passions? Kama, lust, krodha, anger, etc. Why do they arise? Because of likes and dislikes towards the object seen. How do the objects project themselves in your view? Because of your avidya, that is ignorance. Ignorance of what? Of the self. Thus, if you find the self and abide therein, there will be no trouble owing to the passions. In this dialogue, a visitor drawn to Sri Ramana Maharshi's teachings asks a direct and practical question: how shall I overcome my passions? The Maharshi's response is grounded in the principle of self-inquiry. He guides the visitor to find their root, meaning to look beyond the surface of these passions and trace them back to their origin. The origin is the I thought. This approach isn't about suppressing or avoiding emotions, but about understanding their cause. Ramana then clarifies what he means by passions, mentioning kama, lust, and krodha, anger. These emotions are strong reactions tied to your preferences and aversions, what you like or dislike in the world around you. According to the Maharshi, it's these likes and dislikes that fuel the passion, shaping how we experience things and leading us into cycles of desire and frustration. The passions are based on misidentification with the body. Next, the Maharshi addresses why objects of desires and the passions they stir have such a hold over us. He points to avidya, or ignorance, as the root cause. But this isn't ordinary ignorance. It is the fundamental ignorance of the self. By not recognizing our identity as the self, the unchanging awareness at our core, we're left identifying with a limited, separate ego that reacts to the external world with attachments and aversion. This identification strengthens the grips of passions and prevents a peaceful and balanced mind. To be free from passions, the Maharshi suggests that you must find the self and abide therein. This isn't about eliminating desires or emotions artificially, but about seeing through them, by connecting with the self. When anchored in the self, passions lose their intensity and no longer disrupt our inner peace. The mind naturally settles as it no longer projects desires and fears onto objects or situations. Through this dialogue, Ramana Maharshi shows that self-inquiry offers more than an intellectual understanding. It is a practical tool for achieving inner stability. By turning inward and discovering the self, we can live free from the sway of passions, experiencing a deep and lasting peace that remains undisturbed by external influences. The true solution to overcoming passions then lies not in fighting them, but in dissolving the ignorance that sustains them and knowing your identity as the self. So know yourself and be always free and at peace. In 40 Verses on Reality, Ramana Maharshi explains the nature of the self, the ultimate reality, and self-inquiry. My new book, with my comments and inquiry questions, opens these teachings up and brings them into your practice and experience. Available now from Amazon. Link in the video description. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.